Hey everybody, I'm Leslie Don Wilson, your Houston real estate boss. All right, so we are in a seller's market like we've never seen before. I mean, it's wild, it's crazy, it's frustrating as hell, especially if you're a buyer or a buyer's agent. But I got to sit in on a roundtable of real estate professionals from around the country, and we all came up with a whole bunch of ways that real things we can do to get our buyer's offer accepted. There are things that the buyer's agent can do, and there are things that the buyer can do. You know what? We're going to start with the buyer's agent. All right. If you're the buyer's agent, there are things you can do to help get your offer accepted. Number one, just be kind to the listing agent. They're getting a ton of offers on the same property, and it is a lot of work to process all those offers and help your sellers understand what's important to them. Um, Send your resume to the buyer's agent. Let them see, you know, sales you have. Send them a list of agents you've worked with so that they can see, how easy you are to work with. They can call and do references. Send them a copy of your education from your state board so they can see how educated you are and how prepared you are. Uh, Introduce your whole team. I mean, you're the agent, but you all have a whole team, or you better have a whole team of people behind you, making sure everything gets done and no one drops the ball. Uh, Sometimes use their team. I mean, if their team is prepared and ready to take it on, and they feel more comfortable with that, and their sellers more comfortable if their agent team is in charge, you have to communicate a guarantee that you're going to answer your phone calls and emails. I know it sounds simple, but we all know agents who don't. So just say, hey, I'm going to be here. I'm going to answer phone calls. I'm going to answer emails. If your offer is rejected, get feedback on why, because you may be writing another offer on another property that agent has listed later on. Find out why. This way you don't have to have that same rejection for the same reason the next time. Build your brand through video. So, if the listing agent is going online to look for you, yeah, they can find things like your education. They can find how many sales you have, but can they find your personality? Can they find out who you are and what makes you you and why they should work with you? Let's see, when you submit your offer, send it with a video explaining your process and how things are going to work. And again, introducing your team, saying, hey, we're here to make this happen. Let's see, ask questions first. Find out what will make the sellers, what will make them want that offer. I mean, it's not always the dollar price. What do they really want beyond just a dollar amount? And let's see, have your buyer pre-approved through underwriting. I mean, your buyer needs to be ready to go. We just need to pick a property in this market. So that is what the buyer's agent can do. Now let's talk about what buyers can do. All right. And anything I'm suggesting here, please talk to your listing agent or your buyer's agent first and make sure these are things that you're all comfortable with. But here we go. An appraisal waiver or partial waiver. That means you're going to have to come to the table with some money if the property doesn't appraise for what you put in the offer for. But it's an option. Find out what the seller wants other than price. I mean, there are lots of things they want, but find that out. Find out what the seller likes. As you're walking through the house, maybe you see the sports team, or you see, something, a memorabilia, or something that they like. Find out what they like and try to connect with them on that. Offer to donate to the seller's favorite charity in their name. Did you see a diploma on the wall? Offer to donate to the university's alumni organization, if offer accepted, of course. Don't be afraid to write multiple offers on multiple properties. You may have to write several offers anyway, so you might as well be prepared to write multiple offers on multiple properties. And if 2 or 3 gets accepted, guess what? Now you have a choice. Write blind offers. Maybe you don't have time to go out and look at homes every weekend. Maybe see what comes on the market, put the offers in. If your offer gets accepted, you usually have an option period during that time that your buyer's agent has negotiated for, where you can walk in and take a look at the property. If you don't like it, all you lose is your option money, and you don't lose your earnest money. Write a backup offer. Dear God, Because what I just said about people writing multiple offers on properties without seeing them, guess what? That's happening. And sometimes they get multiple offers accepted and then they have to make a choice. Then they're backing out. Now these other properties that you thought were gone are taking backup offers. So if you already have your backup offer in, then you're next in line. Don't be afraid of a backup offer. Offer to pay for the seller's moving expenses up to a certain amount, of course. I mean, you don't want to pay 50 grand to move them somewhere, but offer to pay. Maybe just pay for boxes or offer to pay for storage. All right, love letters to the seller. You write that love letter about why you love the property, why it's a great neighborhood, why you think you'd be the best one. Better yet, do a freaking video. Connect with them on the video. Honestly, again, they get to see who you are. It humanizes you. Right when you write an offer, you're just a piece of paper. When they see a video of you, it humanizes you. It's harder to say no to someone that they feel is a human other than that dollar amount on the piece of paper. Send something with your gift. Maybe a bottle of vodka. I mean, listen, they're having crunch, they're having to pack up and move. They didn't realize their home was going to sell that quick. Maybe send something, flowers, something like that. Send DoorDash, Grubhub, or cookies, something. Send something with your offer. Send tickets to a sporting event. Again, remember we were talking about as you're going through your house and you see them, they connect on. Well, maybe they're a Dallas Mavericks fan or a Houston Astros fan. Think about that. Those are things that you can put in there with your offer. Just put it out there. Introduce yourself to the buyer's neighbors. Get the neighbors on your side. Like seriously, ask about the sellers. Get to know them. And I say this because I know a friend of mine that this has happened to, and seller did not like the buyer that wanted to buy his house and told him no, because he didn't want to do that to his neighbors. So get to know the neighbors. If the neighbors like you might have a little bit of in, especially if it's a community where it's close knit. But the offer to pay the seller's closing costs. Buyers offer to pay your buyer's agent's commission. Let's see, offer the seller a lease back for free. Give them time to move out. Give them a couple of weeks. They lease it back, doesn't cost them anything. Give them time to pack and move out, and they don't feel rushed. You know what? Send the listing agent a coupon for a massage or a mani-pedi. Offer a higher earnest money deposit or a higher option fee or inspection period. Let's see. Limit your inspections to structural and major mechanical and health of the house. Offer to pay the title policy. Offer to pay the tax transfer fee. Want to be sneaky? If the home has cameras when you're going to view it, use the technology against them. Think about how much you love the house and how great taste the seller has and how you couldn't imagine changing anything because they did everything perfectly. A little schemy, but hey, if they think that you share the same taste they think, that you appreciate what they've done to their home, don't you think that maybe that sway them a little bit? Let's see what else. If you can't get that house, send your agent door knocking. By the way, your agent should be doing that anyway. If that's the neighborhood you want in, listen, we can pretty much find the same floor plan you're looking for. It may not be in the market, but knock, knock, knock. Hey, my buyer really likes this house down the street, but it's not available. Would you consider letting my buyer view your house and possibly make an offer? Are you considering selling your house? And put it out there. You'd be surprised. Some people are like, I hadn't thought about something else, but you know what? Let's see. Let's see. Buyers, you can go to new construction and have less competition, especially if you're building from ground up. You could also start shopping for condos and townhomes instead. It's not as much competition, especially in mid-rise and high-rise. Offer closing the seller closing housekeeper services, meaning that after they move out, that you'll have the house clean for them. They don't have to have it clean. It kills two birds with one stone. The seller gets a clean house when they leave, and the buyer gets a clean house to move into. Offer yard service to the seller from the date of contract till move out. Do they have pets? Sometimes something for their dog. Bark box. something like that. Send them something, include that dog, especially if you know the dog's name. Oh, stalk them on social media. Find out what they love about their animals. Um, you know where they're moving to? Go to LinkedIn, find out where they're moving, where their new job is, and buy them a gift related to where they're moving. Buy them something that is for that city. Offer window cleaning. I mean, window cleaning again. That's something that sellers they're offering to clean the windows. That's great. Well, guess what? The buyers are really getting that for themselves. Um, certificates for HBO Max, Spotify, Apple Music. Do something that that people use. Netflix. I mean, something that's something like that. Um, let the seller know that they can leave whatever they don't want, and they don't have to haul it off because you will take care of it after the fact. I mean, and a lot of times people are getting rid of stuff, but you know what? That's one less thing for them to worry about. Offer a moving or packing assistant to help the seller pack to move. Um, these are a ton of things that a buyer can do to make their offer more attractive to a seller. So we have covered things that agents can do, things that buyers can do, but there are things that you can do instead of just signing the offer and submitting it, because that's not enough anymore. So agents, you have the things you can do. And by the way, buyers, make sure your agents know to do those things. And buyers, be prepared to do some of these things. Be prepared to go that extra mile to get your offer accepted. I promise you it'll make a difference. All right. I'm Leslie Don Wilson, your Houston real estate boss. Stay safe and stay healthy. Have a good one.